I really liked what you were saying about the long-term goals, like the North Star. I recently read some very interesting research about having vaguer long-term goals. So we talk about SMART goals. So it's like, I forget what it is, something specific, measurable, attainable, something results-based, time-bound.
Yeah.
But for long-term goals, that's not necessarily what you want. So you take like a Kobe Bryant, right? One of his goals is to be the best basketball player of all time, like the greatest ever. That's a really vague goal. How do you define that? Is it championships? Is it whatever it is? That for a long-term goal is actually really good because it's open-ended and you have something to push forward to. The closer you get to the present, the more specific you want it to be. So a contrast would be Tiger Woods. So he didn't, he was chasing Jack Nicklaus for 18 majors. As a kid, he didn't care about that 18 majors number. What he did is he broke down what age Jack Nicklaus was reached each milestone, and his goal was to focus on the immediate of beating him at each age milestone. And that makes it concrete. Like, think about it as like as an 18-year-old. The idea of winning 18 major championships, which he probably will never reach because he's at 15 now, but that is completely unattainable and overwhelming. The more specific we get, the further out we are, the scarier it is. The more attainable it is, even if it's a challenge, the closer we are, the better of a motivation tool it is. Because there's a fine line between like, this seems impossible versus this is hard, but I think I can still get there. And I don't think the career is any different in how we view those things.
And I think what you're pointing out, and something that I think is tough, especially when you're younger, and especially in the day and age of social media, like you have the just rosy colored glasses that everybody puts on every facet of their life with whatever modality of social media. But it's falling in love with the process of rather than the outcomes of. And so if every day you woke up as Tiger Woods or Kobe and you're like, I still don't have 18 majors, I'm a failure. Or Kobe, I still don't have 6 rings, I'm not Michael Jordan. At a certain point, that's going to be exhausting that you still haven't reached that yet. But if instead you were like, my short game is still crap, I need to work on my short game, my out of bunker shots, and my putting every day until they're better. Or Kobe went to, I think Kevin Hart has a funny story of like Kobe going to the basketball camp and only working everybody with his left hand. Like, falling in love with who you want to become rather than the result of what you become is how you get comfortable and how you don't get burnt out, because you are always a work in progress. Yep. And so I think that that's a huge component, even in career. I think people get very bogged down with, I need to be at this title. And so every day you wake up, you're not that title. I'm mad that I'm not that title. And why am I doing this career? I'm mad that I don't have 6 figures yet. I'm mad that I don't have equity in a company yet. They get so bogged down with the nuances or the components of what the results would be if you just stuck with the process and continued to grow as an individual, that becomes too overwhelming for them. And then they jump to another thing, restart the whole process again. And then it's the same thing again. All right, now I shifted from being a data person into being a recruiter. Well, I still don't have a huge book of business. I still haven't recruited enough candidates. I maybe got let go from this job. I'm a failure as a recruiter. Let me go try something else. And so, and not to knock recruiting, just an example, but if you try to jump ship, even if you jump ship to go somewhere laterally, you still need to be more comfortable with the process of becoming the best at that thing with all of the little things that make that thing complete, rather than just whatever the result is, whether it's money, power, notoriety, etc.